back on the 13th September 2022, when President Ruto was handed over an instrument of power, that was both the Constitution and the sword. And there's usually a photo that circulates that the president deliberately decided to lift the sword rather than the Constitution. We understand this very clearly, this because this is a man who was opposed to the 2010 Constitution right from onset. So Kenyans understand him to that front because he will not stand up to defend the Constitution. Secondly, the Gen Z's movement just came 2 years after he came in office. I remember there's an interview that was done in State House in the period of 2023, and he was asked about a boy that was killed in Rongai. He said clearly that the boy is doing fine. Yet the boy was lying in the morgue, Fred. So this is a man who is very inhumane, has no sense of compassion, not just to whatever he campaigned about, but to the entire Kenyans. Then fast forward to 2024, the element of housing and housing levy and finance bill. I heard my good friend Hans say that the government of the day decided to reapproach by implementing rural-urban migration. Really, Fred, we have the element of devolution, right? That devolution allows each county to develop on its own. The president just had one mandate to empower devolution, that governor per governor should enhance their county. But the ideology that I'm living in my own farm, that I have to shift into another house because of enhancing rural-urban migration is insane, is absurd. And Kenyans are asking, well, during Uhuru's time, houses were still being built, Fred, because this is an idea that did not start with him. But was it really necessary to push down the throats of Kenyans of 1.5% levy? That's what Kenyans are asking. Was it really necessary? It was not about building houses. It was about increasing taxes, Fred. And again, we look at the element of Gen Z, Fred. I look at this government 3 years down the line. I see I see Boniface Kariuki. I see Bridget Njoki, who was killed in Kiambu in his own homestead. So what is the government saying about all this? Because Kenyans are still upset, right. Fred. I look at the issues of health again, Fred. We shifted because NHIF just needed 975 million for upgrade. But here today, we have used more than 600 billion in a new medical cover that is not working, Fred. So how on earth are we going to say in 3 years that this government has benefited its Kenyans?
Okay, but Mudeu, don't you think that the younger generation are just a bit too difficult to impress? That the president is trying to change a lot of things, new university funding more?